Today, we're going to talk about some mind-boggling stuff. Thinking, problem-solving, judgment, and decision-making. Yeah, that's right. We're diving into how we organize stuff in our heads, figure out problems, and make choices. So, buckle up. Let's get this brain party started. All right, let's talk thinking. It's not just daydreaming about cheeseburgers. It's how we make sense of stuff. One big part of that? Categorizing things. Our brains love to group things together. See a dog? Instantly your brain's like, dog. Nailed it. That's a natural concept, stuff we learn from real life. But sometimes things don't fit so easy. Like a robot dog. Is that still a dog or a Wi-Fi-made nightmare? That's where artificial concepts come in, more technical. It's often used in psychology to test how we think. So yeah, our brains are like weird little filing cabinets. Sometimes neat, sometimes a total mess, but it gets the job done. Next up, prototypes. These are like the poster child for a concept. You think fruit, and boom, your brain hands you an apple. That's your prototype. But then you see a coconut and go, wait, is this still fruit or a tropical weapon? Same with furniture. You probably picture a chair, not a beanbag shaped like a dinosaur. That's because the prototype is the most typical familiar example. It helps your brain make snap decisions. Keep in mind, though, snap judgments aren't always accurate. Prototypes help us make sense of categories by giving us the best example to compare with. Now we get to judgment and decision-making, the real MVPs of cognition. Whether you're choosing what to eat, who to trust, or whether to click I accept on the 87-page terms of service, your brain is constantly weighing pros and cons. Sometimes we go with gut feelings. Other times we overthink for hours, only to end up picking the same sandwich we always do. Sound familiar? What influences these decisions? Past experiences, emotions, logic, even how tired you are. That's why it's dangerous to make big decisions after midnight, or while hungry. Trust me, Midnight Me has made some questionable pizza orders. Now let's dive into schemas. These are like your brain's cheat sheets for situations. You walk into a restaurant, you already expect to sit down, order food, and ignore the prices. That's your schema in action. But when schemas get applied to whole groups, they become stereotypes, like assuming all gamers live in basements or all tall people must play basketball. These shortcuts can be way off and lead to unfair judgments. Sometimes those schemas can even mess with our memories. We might remember things that never even happened just to keep our views the same. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Doesn't always work. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Assimilation and accommodation. Assimilation is when something new doesn't fit your worldview, so you mentally bend it to match. Like calling a llama a weird-looking horse. Accommodation is the tougher route. You change your view to fit the new info. Like realizing llamas are their own thing. And now your mental zoo just got bigger. Accommodation takes more work, but it makes you smarter. Assimilation is lazy but comfy, kind of like sweatpants for your thoughts. All right, let's talk problem solving. When you've got a goal but no clear way to get there. It's like trying to get a piece of pizza to the fridge without anyone noticing. You know you want the pizza, but how the heck do you sneak it without anyone catching on? Now, problem solving has two main approaches, algorithms and heuristics. Let's break it down. Algorithms are like following a recipe step by step. You try every possible solution until you find the right one. It's guaranteed to work, but man, it takes forever. Like solving a maze by checking every path one at a time. You'll get there eventually, but only after you've hit 14 dead ends, cried twice, and questioned your life choices. Heuristics, on the other hand, are mental shortcuts. They help you solve problems quickly by taking the most probable route. It's like when you're picking a movie to watch. You don't need to scroll through every option. Just pick a genre, maybe some actors you like, and boom, you've got a movie. There are two types of heuristics, representative heuristic and availability heuristic. With the representative heuristic, you judge based on how much something fits a stereotype. Glasses and books must be a professor, or just someone avoiding human interaction at Starbucks. It's useful, but it can totally lead you astray. The availability heuristic is when you make decisions based on what's easiest to remember, like planning a pool party because it was sunny yesterday. Meanwhile, today's forecast is straight-up Noah's Ark. These heuristics help us decide fast, but fast doesn't always mean right. It's like speed dating for thoughts. But there's more. Sometimes your brain throws in a dash of insight. That sudden aha moment when the solution hits you out of nowhere, like when you suddenly realize the remote was in the fridge. Again, So there you have it. Thinking, problem-solving, judgment, and decision-making. Your brain's doing all this behind the scenes just to help you survive daily life, whether you're picking a snack, solving a math problem, or deciding whether it's worth getting out of bed before noon. Sometimes it's smart, sometimes it's lazy, and sometimes it remembers things that didn't even happen. But hey, that's what makes us human. Confused, clever, and occasionally convinced that tomatoes belong in fruit salad. Thanks for hanging out. Now go categorize something. Like your snack shelf, or your questionable life choices.